Hello viewers, here is an AT&T 1182 two-line Digitan answering system. This is a pretty elaborate answering system and probably would have been very high dollar back in the day. Fortunately, I was able to find the instruction manual. I've noticed it's very difficult to find the instruction manuals for AT&T products from the 90s, which is highly unfortunate because a lot of the answering machines are not particularly intuitive and very difficult to use without the presence of the instruction manual. And even this one, it just looks like it's a scan of something that somebody put up. It's not even like a proper thing that the company put out. Uniden is excellent with historically providing manuals on the website. AT&T, not so much. The stuff that was never published when it was new because the internet wasn't that popular yet just doesn't exist. Anyway, so here is the power adapter. It is forbidden for use outdoors. It is for AT&T, indoor use only, AC to AC power supply transformer for use with telephone answering machines. It takes 120 volts in at 10 watts and outputs 9 volts 700 milliamps AC, which is very annoying because these AC adapters that just drop the AC voltage lower and not convert to DC are pretty difficult to find replacements for. Unfortunately, it was made in the China grade, and that could potentially be a date code of 1994, which would be a likely year of manufacture for this device. But of course, as we know, not to assume, so I'm not going to assume that that's the date code. It has an LCD screen and a plethora of buttons on the bottom. It is two-line, so we have 4 telephone jacks because it has a pass-through for each line. Memory expansion. I suspect there's some kind of slot under there. I'm not sure I really want to take this out because I don't know if I'll be able to get it to go back in. 9 volts AC input. It did have a battery with it. Fortunately, it was not a door cell. This battery is a Rayovac Maxim Aquine battery made in the Malaysia. I don't see a date on here, but this is probably pretty old and it's not leaking at all, so that's good. Now that I'm pretty sure is a date code 1994, made in Korea. Here's a pretty old ETL listing. The typical FCC information, and there's the information's tag. Manufactured by Bogan Communications, which as far as I know is not a common brand that made AT&T stuff. And then I don't know what's going on there. The foot is like leaking or something. That's really strange. There's definitely, you can tell there's some heat in this area based on the yellowing of plastic, so there must be some kind of processor chip or resistor that gets warm under there where the transformer is, because there's got to be some switching power supply in here somewhere because the electronics certainly don't run off of AC. So something in here, there's some circuitry that's changing the AC 9 volts to the DC something volts, I don't know what. It's an odd design. I don't understand why they don't put the AC to DC voltage converter in this And AT&T notoriously does this. They still do it to this day, and it doesn't make any sense to me. It just makes it pretty much impossible to replace the AC adapter should it ever fail. And they do fail after a couple of decades. It's not at all unheard of, especially when you don't use it on a power, surge filter. Okay, so the power cord is plugged in. Let me get my power bar out here, and I'll plug it into the outlet. I'll try to show the watts and poles. I have a feeling this draws a considerable amount of power. It's counting down the initialization. It's pulling 5.4 watts. Okay, it's counting down the initialization again. And there it goes. I heard some kind of a click, so some relay changed. Now it's down to 4.8 watts, so it's doing less processing than it was before. And it looks like the screen is good. There's a horrific glare on here, which is just a property of screens made of this kind of material. Try and put it onto the board here to see if I can get a lesser of a glare out of this. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so the battery is low, of course, because it's not installed. Looks like the default date is January 1st, 1993, 12 o'clock p.m. So that would be consistent with excuse me. That would be consistent with the date of manufacture being 1994. So first we'll need to set the clock and the date. So we'll set the clock and the calendar. So let's take a look at this. And yes, I printed this out on paper because I don't want to deal with the computer during the video. Although for heaven's sakes, we need a stinking magnifying glass to see this this information. Okay, I'll read the introduction because this could have some interesting stuff. Congratulations on the purchase of your new 2-line Digitan answering system model 1182. It has been designed to exacting AT&T standards for convenient and reliable service. The 1182 uses advanced Digitan technology to function as a complete message management system, offering multiple mailboxes as well as the ability to selectively save and delete messages, forward calls to any location, screen your calls, and professionally manage your telephone activity. Voicemail. The 1182 comes equipped with a total of 9 mailboxes, 6 personal voicemail boxes, and 3 announcement-only mailboxes. Digitan memory. The 1182 has 36 minutes of Digitan memory. Electronic receptionist. The 1182 serves as an electronic receptionist, managing calls rather than just taking messages. It answers the telephone and routes callers automatically to your voicemail boxes, plays announcements, and provides these advanced functions. Call forwarding to any remote telephone, including cellular phones, pager notify, urgent message notify, speaker monitor, caller announce screening, toll save function, timed memos, do not disturb, conversation recording, automatic redial, speed dial. So it's got quite a bit of functionality to it, especially for something made in 1994. I want to see if it has any discussion about the memory module on here. I guess I should look for that in the index. don't see anything about it. Okay, so we got all this here. The 1182 includes a battery backup system to protect the memory during a power interruption. So this machine uses volatile memory, which I guess must have been substantially cheaper than non-volatile memory. I always found it completely absurd that something like this would use volatile memory for the messages, because it's very easy to accidentally unplug something, or for the power cord to come loose, or to have a power failure and to lose everything on the machine because of that is just ridiculous. Note, you should change the battery every 6 months or when the low symbol appears to avoid losing program messages, security codes, and clock setting in the event of a power interruption. A fresh battery will protect the programming for approximately 12 to 16 hours. When you change the battery, keep the 1182 plugged into the wall outlet. This will prevent erasing any of your greeting messages or configuration programming. So right there in that microscopic text, it tells you to service the equipment with it plugged in. Okay, we'll connect the telephone line cord now. We're going to plug it into to line 1. And then I will also get a telephone to plug into the pass-through, because this has a couple of features. It has call recording and so forth. So let's plug in a second telephone so that we can demonstrate some of those features. And so this will go into to line 2 only. What? Oh, I did this wrong. Well, this is what you gotta read. To line 1, which is this, and to telephone 1, which is this. Okay, now it's connected correctly. Okay, great. Okay, so we did that. We're not going to wall mount it. So we're there now. We have the idle screen. Initial settings. The 1182 communicates with you using sophisticated interactive voice response techniques. The audible prompting along with visual displays on the LCD panel make it easy to customize your 1182 to your exact needs. Examine the unit. You will notice that there are a series of functions printed on a swiveling front panel. For each function there is a corresponding button. A swiveling front panel. That's this. Okay. If you flip this panel down, you will reveal an additional set of functions for each button. This means that each button can perform 2 functions depending upon whether the flip down panel is up or down. Okay, that's kind of clever. And then it looks like there's a switch here that will get pressed in to change what the buttons do. That's really cool. For example, when the lid is up and you press the button corresponding to greeting announce, the function is enacted. But when the lid is down and you press the same button, the time date feature is activated. Most of the time you won't be using the functions under the lid. These are primarily used for the initial setup of your 1182, for example, the time and date on the display. You should take the time to read through all the instructions to gain an understanding of the interaction of the system. Okay, and we're going to have to, because this is very complicated. Initial settings. Would have preferred to do the date and time first, but it's not what it's doing first. Initial settings. Set the number of rings. The 1182 is set to answer in 3 rings when it is shipped from the factory. You can set it to answer after 1, 3, 4, or 5 rings, or for toll saver mode 2. You can also specify the number of rings for each line individually. In toll saver mode, the unit will answer after 4 rings if there are no new messages. If there are any new messages, it will answer after 2 rings. If you then call in for messages and the phone rings a 3rd time, you can hang up the phone before the 4th ring and incur no charge for the call. That feature is kind of obsolete because long distance calling is largely a thing of the past. But back in the day, if you was to really be using a remote answering machine, that was great. Okay, flip the panel down so that the bottom list of features is exposed. Press the button marked rings. Rings.
Select rings. For line 1, press 1. For line 2, press 2. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Select rings. For line 1, press 1. For line 2, press 2. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Select rings. For line 1, press 1. For line 2, press 2. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
Okay. The 1182 says select rings and then prompts you to select line 1 or line 2. Once you select a line, the 1182 tells you the current ring number and then plays the following prompt. Okay. The default ring number will appear on the display. Numerical icons appear over each push button in succession as you listen to the prompt. You can make your selection any time during the prompt. The 1128 will confirm your selection and return it to its idle display. You can then repeat the procedure to set the number of rings for the second line. Remember to repeat the menu, press 0 to exit, press pound. Okay. 1.
3 rings is on. For 1 ring, press 1. For toll save, press 2. For 3 rings, press 3. For 4 rings, press 4. For 5 rings, press 5. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
Let's do, we'll go 1 ring is, yeah, I think 1 ring is fine.
1 ring is on. Select rings. For line 1, press 1. 1 ring is on. Toll save rings is on. Select rings. For line 1, toll save rings is on. 3 rings is on.
So it does in fact have enough programming to drop the S if only 1 ring is selected.
Select rings. For line 1, press 1. 3 rings is on. For 1 ring, press 1. 1 ring is on.
Okay, so that's pretty easy. Initial date settings. To set the date and time, flip the panel down and press the button marked time date. Okay.
To enter the time, press 1. To enter the day, press 2. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Enter hour and then press pound.
Okay, the month is January.
Enter minutes and then press pound.
Enter what? We're in 21.
For AM, press 1. For PM, press 2. 1:21 PM. To change the time, press 1. To save, press 2.
I thought I was entering the date.
Enter hour and then press pound.
Okay, enter hour. The hour is 8. Some of these buttons are a little bit difficult to press.
Enter minutes and then press pound.
It talks a bit too fast for my preference. It's 8:31.
For AM, press 1. For PM, press 2.
It said that very clearly.
8:31 PM. To change the time, press 1. To save, press 2. To enter the time, press 1. To enter the day, press 2. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Enter month and then press pound.
Okay, it's 1.
Enter day and then press pound.
I don't know what the date is. It is the 14th. Holy mackerel, we're halfway through January already. 1, 4.
Enter year and then press pound.
22.
1:14:22. To change the day, press 1. To save, press 2.
Let's see how high it goes. It's probably like 30.
Enter month and then press pound. Enter day and then press. Enter year and then press pound.
Let's see what happens if we put an invalid entry in there. Well, that would probably be 1997. No. Let's say 2050.
1:14:50. To change the day, press 1.
Huh.
To save, press 2.
The calendar actually goes all the way up to 2050. That's impressive.
To enter the time, press 1. To enter the day, press 2. Enter month and then press pound. Enter day and then press pound. Enter year and then press pound.
That furnace is getting a workout tonight. It's cold. It's only 22 degrees.
1:14:22. To change the day, press 1. To save, press 2.
Okay. So the date is set. Initial settings. Set the speaker volume. You can increase the volume with... I already did that. Set play message prompt switch. When you retrieve your messages, the 1182 plays a list of options after each message. To defeat the playback of these options, set the slider switch under the function panel to the off position. When the switch is placed in the off position, there will be a 3-second pause between the playback of subsequent messages. During this pause, you can still select any of the options by pressing the corresponding button. We'll leave that on for the video so that we can hear more of the voice. The switch is very difficult to move. Okay, so that's on. I guess that's as far over as it goes. Activating a mailbox. Your 1182 is equipped with 6 voice mailboxes and 3 announcement boxes. In order to use the mailbox, it must first be activated. Mailbox 1 is always activated. To activate a mailbox, flip the panel down and press the button marked Setup Mailbox.
Select mailbox. For mailbox 1, press 1. For mailbox 2, press 2. For mailbox 3, press 3. For mailbox 4, press 4. For Mailbox 5, press 5. For Mailbox 6, press 6. For Announcement Box 7, press 7. For Announcement Box 8, press 8. For Announcement Box 9, press 9. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
Okay, let's try to activate Mailbox 2.
Mailbox 2 is off. To turn on Mailbox 2, press 1. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Select line. For line 1, press 1. For line 2, press 2. For line 1 and line 2, press 3. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Mailbox 2 is on for line 1.
Okay, so what does that do for me? If you exit the okay, to deactivate a mailbox. Deactivating a mailbox erases the mailbox greeting announcement as well as all messages in that mailbox, including any timed memos. Okay, so I don't understand. Okay, we gotta keep reading here. Greetings and announcements. The main greeting is the first thing a caller hears when the 1182 answers the call. It is used to greet callers and to offer them options of where to route their call. You can record a custom main greeting for each incoming line, or use a recorded default main greeting that automatically routes all calls to mailbox. Here is an example of a custom main greeting. Hello, you have reached the XYZ company. To forward your call to Dave, press 1. To leave a message for Dave, press 2. If you want to leave a message for Tom, press 3. For Lisa, press 4. If you need our mailing address, press 7. To get directions, press 8. To repeat this menu at any time, press 0. The mailbox greeting plays in response to the selection made by the caller. You will need to record a mailbox greeting for each mailbox you activate. Typically, mailbox greetings and announcements for the above main greeting message are shown below. Box number 1. Owner Dave. Please wait while I forward your call. So that's, I guess, it would send a call out to the phone, maybe? 2. Hi, this is Dave. Please leave a message after the tone. Number 3. Tom. Hi, this is Tom. Number 4. Lisa. Hi, this is Lisa. 5, 6. Not using this example. 7 hours. Our mailing address is 100 Main Street. How is that hours? That's an address. 8. Directions. Take U.S. Highway South 10 miles. 9. Not used in this example. Announcements are messages that are played when one of the announcement mailboxes is selected. Announcements are useful for leaving information that is frequently requested by your callers. Use the scripting chart on the next page to pre-assemble your main greeting. Read through subsequent sections before attempting to record greetings or announcements. If you carefully plan and write out your scripts, you will be rewarded with a professional sounded operation. And here's a chart. I'll zoom in on this so that you can see that. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get into doing some recording now. Oh, it looks like somebody has, in fact, this has written on here before. So this is definitely a scan of the manual that somebody just happened to have. Okay. Alright, let's get to playing to recording these greetings here. To use the main greeting function, flip the panel down and press the button marked the main greeting.
Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To attach message to the main greeting, press 2. To record main greeting, press 7. To record voice prompts, press 8. To repeat the menu, press 0.
This is already getting confusing.
Menu, press pound. Select line 1 or line 2. For line 1, press 1. No one is available to take your call. Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1.
Okay, so it looks like it has a default greeting it comes with. So let's go ahead and call this machine and hear that greeting before we record something custom into it.
No one is available to take your call.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Everyone's gonna hang up. I like how loud that line relay is. So it doesn't...
No one is available to take your call.
It doesn't seem to transfer the call to the phone right away.
Please leave a message after the tone.
I don't know why there's such a lengthy delay there. Oh, now it's ringing to the phone. Wonder if the ringer just
No one is available to take your call.
That phone is a little flaky. Maybe it just wasn't working.
Please leave a message after the tone.
I am recording a message after the tone. It took a very long time to get to the point where it told me to record a message after the tone. This is the end of this recording. Over and out. Okay, so we see here 2 messages, 2 new, 0 old. So let's close this up, and I think we press messages.
You have 2 new messages. Friday, 8:40 p.m. Oh, that's ridiculous. Everyone's gonna hang up. To repeat message, press 1. To save message to your mailbox, press 2. To delete, press 3. To repeat from first message, press 4. To pause, press 5. To skip forward, press 6. To skip back 1 message, press 7. To play time day for message, press 8. To play message with different speed, press 9. To repeat the menu, press 0. To save to a different mailbox, press star. To exit from menu, press pound. To repeat message, press
It's
1.
not working.
To save message, to repeat message, press 1. To save message, to repeat message, press 1. To save message to your mailbox. Oh, that's ridiculous. Everyone's gonna hang up. To repeat message, press 1. To repeat message, press 2. To repeat message, press
It's not
1.
working
To
correctly.
save message to your mailbox, press 2. To delete, press 3. Friday, 8:41 p.m. I am recording a message after the tone. Took a very long time to get to the point where it told me to record a message after the tone.
Oh, it is working
This is the end
correctly.
of this recording. Over and out. To repeat message, press 1. To save message to your mailbox,
The icon
press
was
2.
appearing and
To
disappearing.
delete, press 3. To repeat from first message, press 4. To pause, press 5. To skip forward, press 6. To skip back 1 message, press 7. To play time day for message, press 8. To play message with different speed, press 9. To repeat the menu, press 0. To save to a different mailbox, press star. To exit from menu, press pound.
I'm not sure if this button is just broken or what.
To repeat message, press 1. To repeat message, press 1. Friday. End of messages. Enter new pager, notify for mailbox 1.
No,
To
it
enter
is,
new page. Enter new.
the button is definitely working, so what's the problem here?
You have one new message. Friday, 8:40. I am recording a message after the tone. Took a very long time to get to the point where it told me to record a message after the tone. This is the end of this recording. Over and out. To repeat message,
That's
press
very
1.
useful.
To save message to your mailbox, press 2. End of messages.
I like that speed playback adjustment, because a lot of people talk too fast and I can't understand them. So to be able to slow down the messages, that's a really good feature. And it didn't seem like it changed the pitch of the voice at all. It slowed it down without changing what the voice sounded like. Okay, so let's try to record some of these greetings now. To record your... Okay, I'll read through this here. Main greeting functions. To use the main greeting function, flip the panel down and press the button marked main greeting.
Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To attach message to the main greeting, press 2. To record main greeting, press 7. To record voice prompts, press 8. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
To attach a message, press 2. The attach message function lets you record and attach a message at the end of your main greeting. Usually you will want to attach a message which you indicate which you intend to delete after a few days. As an example of an attached message is, "Sorry, the office is closed today due to the national holiday." Okay, that's pretty cool. To record main greeting, press 7. To record your main greeting, press the button below the 7 and follow the voice prompts. You are given the option of playing and recording a different main greeting for each of the 2 lines, or to record one main greeting to be played for both lines. When recording from the microphone, you should be in a quiet area. Speak clearly and normally at 8 to 10 inches from the microphone. You can also record the main greeting from the handset of a remote telephone. See remote programming on page 35. Okay.
Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To attach message to the main greeting, press 2. To record main greeting, press 7. To record voice prompts, press 8. To repeat the menu, press 0. Select line. For line 1, press 1. For line 2, press 2. For line 1 and line 2, press 3. After the tone, record the main greeting and then press pound.
Hello, you have reached the ice cream store. Today we have donuts on sale along with screws.
Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To select line 1 or line 2. Hello, you have reached the ice cream store. Today we have donuts on sale along with screws. Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To attach message to the main greeting, press 2. Select line. For line, after the tone, record the main greeting and then press pound.
This Digitan machine has a deplorable Digitan hum to it.
Main greeting. To play main greeting, press select. This Digitan machine has a deplorable Digitan hum to it. Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To attach message to the main greeting, press 2. To delete main greeting, press 3.
Okay, let's call and see what that sounds like.
This Digitan machine has a deplorable Digitan hum to it. Please leave a message after the tone.
So it still has that lengthy delay after it says to record the message. Let's attach a second greeting. Let's attach a message to the main greeting.
Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To attach message to the main greeting, press 2. Enter attached message. To record the attached message, press 7. Select line. For line 1, press 1. After the tone, record the attached message to main greeting and then press pound.
The donut store will be closed because a skunk sprayed outside the door and it stinks worse than a rancid block of cheese. Thank you for your patience as we clean up the store.
Enter attached message. To play the attached message, press 1.
The donut store will be closed because a skunk sprayed outside the door and it stinks worse than a rancid block of cheese. Thank you for your patience as we clean up the store.
Enter attached message. To play the attached message, press 1. To delete attached message, press 3. To record the attached message, press 7. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Main greeting. To play.
Okay, let's call and see how that behaves.
This Digitan machine has a deplorable Digitan hum to it. The donut store will be closed because a skunk sprayed outside the door and it stinks worse than a rancid block of cheese. Thank you for your patience as we clean up the store.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Okay, so that seemed to work just fine. Okay. Main greeting functions. To record voice system prompts, press 8. You can replace certain Digitan voice prompts with your own custom voice prompts. Before proceeding, you should be familiar with the operation of the system. This function is accessed by pressing 8 in response to the main greeting menu. The chart below identifies each of the prompts by number. Okay. Well, those prompts are okay. Your prompt must convey essentially the same message as the factory prompt. For example, your custom message for prompt 6 must always tell your caller to press 3 in order for the prompt to function. The only other restriction is a maximum of 4-second recording time for prompt 1. When you press 8, the 1182 displays icons above buttons 1 through 7 and prompts you to select message. Select any of the prompts based on the chart, for example prompt 1. You will be offered the following options: to play the message, press 1; to delete the message, press 3; to record a new message, press 7; to repeat the menu, press 0; to exit, press pound. Press 7 to record a new message. You will hear message number 1. To record a message, press 0. At the tone, okay. So how do we turn these functions on? Select mailbox. In order to retrieve messages from a mailbox or to record a mailbox reading, you must select other mailbox functions. You must first select the mailbox. To access a particular mailbox, press the first button from the left marked Select Mailbox. Okay. You are then prompted to select from all of the currently activated mailboxes. Select the desired mailbox, for example, Mailbox 4. At this point, you may select any of the available functions that apply to a mailbox. And we have a reference chart here with quite a few different features. And you can pause the video to peep that if you so desire. Alright, let's see what else we have here. Mailbox greetings and announcements. Recording your mailbox greeting or announcement is similar to the main greeting function. It's getting late. It's almost 90 o'clock. Mailbox greetings and announcements. Recording your mailbox greeting or announcement is similar to the main greeting function just described. To activate the mailbox greeting announce function, first press select mailbox and then press the button marked the greeting announce. Okay. So, security code. Let's record a greeting for Mailbox 1. So, greeting announce.
Greeting for Mailbox 1. To play greeting, press 1. To record, please leave a message after the tone.
Okay.
Greeting for Mailbox 1. To play greeting, press 1. To record greeting, press 7. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
So maybe that's what that delay is.
After the tone, record and then press pound.
Recording, 1, 2, 3. Record a message or we're not calling you back.
Greeting for Mailbox 1. To play greeting, press 1.
Recording 1, 2, 3. Record a message or we're not calling you back.
Greeting for Mailbox 1. To play greeting, press 1. To record greeting, press.
This Digitan machine has a deplorable Digitan hum to it. The donut store will be closed because a skunk sprayed outside the door and it stinks worse than a rancid block of cheese. Thank you for your patience as we clean up the store. Recording 1, 2, 3. Record a message or we're not calling you back.
Most people are going to hang up before they record a message because there's too much of a stinking delay in your Digitan machine. It really is a pretty lengthy delay there. I don't know why it's like that. I think it should be able to go faster than that. Okay, well that's that. So now we've got to set a security code. Each mailbox is pre-programmed with a 4-digit default security code that must be entered whenever you call remotely to retrieve your messages or to program mailbox functions. This feature cannot be turned off. Note, the default code for each mailbox is the 4 repeated digits of that numbered box. For example, the default code for mailbox 3 is 3333. You can also activate a security code for each mailbox to protect your mailbox locally. The default codes are the same as for remote access, that is, the 4 repeated digits of mailbox number. If the security code is enabled for mailbox 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you will need to enter the security code whenever you want to retrieve messages, change the mailbox greeting locally, change your security code, record a timed memo, enter a call forward number, enter a pager or urgent notify number. Activating a security code for local access will not interfere with a caller's ability to leave a message. You activate a security code. It will be necessary for according to the code to hear the announcement. That's interesting. If you activate a security code for announcement mailboxes 7, 8, or 9, it will be necessary for a caller to enter the code in order to hear the announcement. This feature makes it possible to leave private outbound messages for callers knowing the code. Follow the instructions below to activate or change security codes. The instructions are also provided to turn a security code off or to reset to the default security code should you forget the code. Activate or change the security code. Press select mailbox, then press the button marked security code.
Select mailbox. For mailbox 1, press 1. For mailbox 2, press 2. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
Press select mailbox and then press the button marked security code. What if you have to select the box first?
Mailbox 1, select function. Security code. To turn security code on, press 1. To enter new security number, press 3. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
So this instructions isn't quite clear. Okay. Because it says press select mailbox and then press the button marked security code. What you really got to do is press select mailbox, then make a mailbox selection, and then press the button marked security code.
Security code number 1111 is on.
Okay. Mailbox functions. Turn the security code off. Reset factory security code. To leave messages for others. You can leave a message in any of the activated message mailboxes using the memo function. To leave a memo, press select mailbox and then press the button marked two-way memo.
Select mailbox. For mailbox 1, press 1.
See, this
For
is
mailbox 2, press 2.
this is the same thing.
To menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
This is the same confusing wording. They're leaving out the step of selecting the mailbox.
Mailbox 2, select function. Memo, select mailbox. For mailbox 1, press 1. For mailbox 2, press 2. After the tone, record message and then press pound.
Goose! Okay. Now what?
Select mailbox. You have no messages.
Where did all the messages go? Why didn't it record the message?
Select mailbox. For mailbox 1, press 1. For mailbox 2, press 2. To repeat mailbox 2, select function. Memo, select mailbox. For mailbox, after the tone, record message and then press pound.
Where did all of my messages go? Okay, now there's the message in there. What happened to the message I recorded last time through the telephone? I wonder if the entering of the, oh, there it says right there. I think it's what it says. If you have forgotten your security code, you can reset the code. All messages in the mailbox will be erased when you reset the code. That's why all the messages disappeared. Okay.
Memo, select mailbox. For
So
mailbox.
this isn't quite right. This is extraneous because they're saying press select mailbox first, and you don't have to do that. You press memo first. Now these instructions aren't very good. To leave a timed memo. The time memo function lets you remind yourself of pending activities. You can record up to 3 timed memos specifying the time and date to place each memo in the mailbox. At the programmed time and date, the 1182 will sound the beep tone over the speaker and leave the memo in your mailbox. If Remote Notify is activated, the 1182 can call you to alert you to the time memo. To listen to the memo, simply select your mailbox and press the Messages button. Press Select Mailbox and then press the button marked Time Memo. So right now it's 9:05. We can set one up for like 9:07. Press Time Memo.
Time memo for mailbox 2. To record time memo, press 7. After the tone, record the time memo message and then press pound.
Did this actually work correctly?
Enter time and day to forward message to mailbox 2. Enter hour and then press pound. Enter minutes and then press pound. For AM press 1. For PM 9:07 PM. To change the time.
Okay, so that should go off any soon. The following example assumes you're currently okay. Call forward. The call forward function will automatically transfer calls in real time to any pre-programmed telephone number that you choose. That number can have up to 2 digits. Okay, the calling function is pretty cool. I could see that being useful. Call forward. The call forward function will automatically transfer calls in real time to any pre-programmed telephone number that you choose. The telephone number can have up to 22 digits. To activate the call forward function, press Select Mailbox and then press the button marked Call Forward. But what call? I don't understand what call it's forwarding. Well, 9:07 came and went, and I didn't hear no beep. I didn't get no message. This is getting complicated. I'm gonna have to cut this video off and finish tomorrow. This is just getting too confusing to understand. I gotta go to sleep. Okay, we're back. So we're on take 2 of this video. I unplugged the machine last night because it was plugged into the kilowatts meter, and I just didn't have a reason to run that thing all night. So now inherently it has lost all of the content that was on here. It's still initializing. We're on page 28 and we have 47 pages to go. I'm not going to bother resetting the date again. So there's a bunch of other functions that this has. I'm very confused by the way this thing operates. I'm confused with oh, there's, you know what, a lot of this is not, this is all just index. I wonder if it talk about the, does it talk about the memory module? Memory check 31. So I guess we're getting there. Anyways, I want to really kind of show a lot of the features on this thing because it's a rare unit, and knowing AT&T stuff, it may or may not work much longer. I want to try all these call, like the notify things and whatever. It's confusing. Okay, anyways, let's see what we have here. Mailbox. Part of the problem is this text is thinking microscopic and I can hardly see it. Okay. So, call forward archive. Is call forward on? So I don't understand, does it call, I guess it call forwards to the extension itself? And that's how you would get through? Let's see, entering special numbers. Entering a number for call forward, remote or pager notify, the 1182 can place a 7-second pause, a star or a pound digit in a phone number. So it must be like making an outside call. A number where it is necessary to wait several seconds for a dial tone. Okay, we don't need to add no pauses. Caller selects remote notify. Caller hears mailbox and leaves a message. Then the unit, okay, you message the caller. The call is forwarded. If successful caller is connected to a pager service, unsuccessful, the call is returned. So then this must need a second line. This must need a second line to forward that original call out, I guess. And then there would need a third line to receive the call, which I could do all that on the PBX, but that's way too complicated for this video. Okay, I think we're going to have to wait on this call forward stuff because it needs multiple phone lines, which I don't have set up right now. Maximum message time. Let's set the maximum message time.
Maximum message time. For 1 minute, press 1. For 2 minutes, press 2. For 3 minutes, press 3. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Maximum message time is 1 minute.
Okay. Announce the caller. When the announce caller function is activated, callers are prompted to state their name after they have selected a mailbox. As the caller speaks his or her name, the unit will play the name over the speaker. If you pick up the phone, you will be instantly connected to the caller. But if you choose not to pick up the phone within 5 seconds, the caller will be prompted to leave a message. If announce caller is off, flip the panel down and press the button marked announce caller to turn it on.
Call announcement is on. Call announcement is off. Call announcement is on.
Okay, so that's on now. Let's try that and see how that functions. I don't know what the ring time is. Could be maybe 3 rings.
No one is available to take your call. Please save your name.
This is Frank. Hello. Okay, so after that, it just sent me to record a message. Let's change the rings.
Select rings. For line 1, press 3 rings is on. 1 ring is on.
Okay. So let's call again. I don't know how we're going to avoid a feedback freak show here. Try to mute that.
No one is available to take your call. Please save your name.
This is Frank calling. Okay, now the call is connected through to connect the phone. Okay, so that's kind of neat. In fact, it's very useful. Probably a lot of people would like that function today because all the flaky calls that come through now. Alright, so that's kind of neat. Okay. Do not disturb. Memory check. The digital memory is not partitioned among mailboxes. Rather, it is a pooled resource. This means that the allocation of Digitan memory is dependent upon where the memory is most needed. You can use the memory check function to see if you are in danger of running out of memory. To activate memory check, flip the panel down and press the button marked memory check. The unit automatically notifies you with a low memory icon when the memory is down to 2 minutes or less. When the memory reaches 0, a memory is full prompt plays when a caller attempts to record a message.
36 minutes and 14 seconds message time remaining.
Okay, so it's got plenty of memory left, which would make sense because there's hardly anything recorded on here. Let's try to set this up just to see what it would do to pager notify. The pager notification function is similar to call forwarding. It routes the callers to your pager service. Okay, select mailbox and press the button marked pager.
Select mailbox. For mailbox 1, press 1. To read mailbox 1, select func. Enter new pager notify for mailbox 1. To enter new pager notify number, press 3. To repeat the menu, press 0. Enter new pager notify number and then press pound. To program a pause or star or pound, press star.
That's a good use of those characters up there.
New pager notify number 20320897555 is on.
Okay, so this will just record a message. Actually, I could probably go and get that phone. We'll get that phone and see what it'll do. Alright, I got the other telephone. Now I'll get the another phone line out here, and I'm going to plug in line 2 to my main home number, and let's see what this will do. This is tow 2 only. Okay, 212 only. Okay, whoops. Okay, I've got this hooked up here, so let's see what happens. So let's set this up. Select mailbox, then press the button marked pager.
Select mailbox. Mailbox 1, select function. Enter new pager notify for
we just
mailbox
did this.
1. Pager notify number 20320897555 is on. To turn pager notify off, press 2. To enter new pager notify number, press 3. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
Okay. So let's see here, what else does this say? Remote urgent message notification. Remote notification lets you program a number where the 118 can reach you to notify you there is an urgent message waiting for you in your mailbox. When remote notify is on, callers are asked if their message is urgent. If they indicate that it is by pressing a button on the telephone, the 118 will call you at the number you have programmed and play the prompt. Remote notify for mailbox. Press asterisk. You are then prompted to enter your 4-digit security code. You can then retrieve the message by pressing 1. Press select mailbox and then press the button marked remote notify.
Select mailbox. For mailbox 1, press 1. Mailbox 1, select function.
Huh?
Select mailbox. Mailbox 1, select enter new remote notify for mailbox 1. To enter new remote notify number, press 3. Enter new remote notify number and then press pound. To program a clause or star or pound, press star.
I want to try an 11-digit number just to see. I think I'll probably put the numbers over to there. Whoops, that's not wrong. That's not correct. How do I delete something?
New remote notify number 1202 is on.
Ugh. It doesn't say anything about making a typographical error.
Select mailbox 1. Enter new remote notify for mailbox 1. Remote notify number 1202 is on. To turn remote notify off, press 2. To enter new remote notify number, press 3. Enter new remote notify number and then press pound. To program a clause or star or pound, press star.
There's a couple of words this is saying I can't quite understand what they are, but generally the voice is pretty good. Yeah, it goes over there. Okay.
New remote notify number 12032089755 is on.
Okay. Let's call.
No one is available to take your call. Please save your name. If your message is urgent, press 1. If your message is not urgent, press 2. Please leave a message after the tone.
This is urgent. You better call me back. Okay, now let's see what it does. Oh, it's calling out on the same line.
Remote notify for mailbox 1. Please press star. Remote notify for mailbox 1. Please press star. Enter security number. You have one new message. Friday, 12:19 p.m. This is urgent. You better call me back. To repeat message, press 1. To save message to your mailbox, press 2. To delete, press 3. To repeat from first message, press 4. To pause, press 5. To skip forward, press 6. To skip back one message, press 7. To play time day for message, press 8. To play message with different speed, press 9. To repeat the menu, press 0. To repeat message, press 1. This is urgent. Just call me back. To repeat message, press 1. End of messages. For your messages, press 1. For your mailbox greeting, press 3. For your mailbox security code, press 4. To record timed memo, press 6. For call forward, press 7. For remote notify, press 8. For pager notify, press 9. To repeat the menu, press 0. For more functions, press star. For new mailbox or new announcement box, press 1. For the main greeting, press 2. For time and day, press 3. For maximum message time, press 4. To program rings, press 5. For remaining message time, press 6. For more functions, press star. For your messages, press 1. For your mailbox greeting, press 3. For your mailbox security code, press 4. To record timed memo, press 6. For call forward, press 7. For remote notify, press 8. For pager notify, press 9. To repeat the menu, press 0. For more functions, press star. To select a different mailbox, press pound. For new mailbox or new announcement box, press 1. For the main greeting, press 2. Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To attach message to the main greeting, press 2. To record main greeting, press 7. To record voice prompts, press 8. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Select line 1 or line 2. No one is available to take your call. Main greeting. To play main greeting, press 1. To attach message to the main greeting, press 2. Enter attached message. To record the attached message, press 7. To repeat the menu, press 0. Select line. For line 1, press 1. After the tone, record the attached message to main greeting and then press pound.
The purpose of this recording is to see if it won't have that Digitan hum, because if I can record the message remotely and it's clear, then I would be more inclined to use it.
Enter attached message. To play the attached message, press 1. To delete attached message, press 3. To record.
The purpose of this recording is to see if it
Very
won't have
clear.
the Digitan hum. Because if I can record the message remotely, and it's clear, then I would be more inclined to use it.
Enter attached message. To play the attached message, press 1. To delete attached message, press 3. To record the attached message, press 7. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound.
I won't let you interface on here.
Main greeting. To play main greeting and the attached message to the main greeting, press 1. To attach message to. For new mailbox or new announcement box, press 1. No one is available to take your call.
The purpose of this recording is to see if it won't have the Digitan hum. Because if I can record the message remotely, and it's clear, then I would be more inclined to use it.
Please save your name. If your message is urgent, press 1. If your message is not urgent, press 2. Please leave a message after the tone.
Goose goose, 1, 2, 3. This message is not urgent.
You have one new message and one old message. For new messages, press 4. For old messages, press 5. Friday, 12:25 p.m.
Goose Goose, 1, 2, 3. This message is not urgent.
To repeat message, press 1. To save message to your mailbox, press 2. To delete, press 3. End of messages.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. I like that. So that's how that worked. We did the message time. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what it would say if the message was more than 1 minute. So let's call and see.
No one is available to take your call.
The purpose of this recording is to see if it won't have the Digitan hum. Because if I can record the message remotely, then and it's clear, then I would be more inclined to use it.
Please say your name. If your message is urgent, press 1. If your message is not urgent, press 2. To forward your call to the pager, press 3. Please leave a message after the tone.
This is the message. We're starting at 0 minutes and 47 seconds. So when we get to 1 minute, and I had it muted, and I gotta do it all over again.
No one is available to take your call.
The purpose of this recording is to see if it won't have the Digitan hum. Because if I can record the message remotely, then and it's clear, then I would be more inclined to use it.
Please say your name.
That's why I had the mute on the first time.
If your message is urgent, press 1. If your message is not urgent, press 2. To forward your call to the pager, press 3.
There it goes, it's calling the other phone. That's really cool because what I could do is I could put my cell phone number in there, and then when someone calls and I'm not home, they could just call through to the cell phone. That's pretty cool. I may end up using this thing.
No one is available to take your call.
The purpose of this recording is to see if it won't have the Digitan hum. Because if I can record the message remotely, then and it's clear, then I would be more inclined to use it.
Please say your name. If your message is urgent, press 1. If your message is not urgent, press 2. Please leave a message after the tone.
Okay, so this is the testing message. I started at about 0 minutes and 39 seconds. So we'll go into 1 minute and about 35 seconds, and I'll stop talking and we should hear what it says when the message becomes too long. I'm understanding the logic on this machine a little bit better today now that I'm not tired. And this certainly has some pretty neat features to it that I could find useful. Normally I don't like to be bothered when I'm not home, but right now I'm conducting some business that requires getting phone calls in a very timely manner, and so I could see programming the unit to forward the caller to my cell phone or to my phone at work rather than just missing the call or having them record a message and then...
Maximum message time is 1 minute. Your message was saved.
Okay, so that's what it says. Alright, that's cool. Let's see if the memory check is working. How do we do it? Memory check.
34 minutes and 42 seconds message time remaining.
Yep, it's working correctly. Okay, so that's that page. Let's see what else we got on here. Any other cool features we can look at? Turning on or off. The unit need to be turned on or off without disconnecting the AC power to the unit. Press the button marked on or off. It cannot be turned off remotely. If you call in when the unit is off, let it ring 10 times and it will turn it on. There's no voice prompt for that, I guess. Retrieving the messages, we did that already. It can store up to 85 messages with a prompt that says no more memory if you reach the limit. A low memory prompt appears when 80 messages have been taken. Okay. We looked at all that. Message options, we looked at that. That was all pretty intuitive. Remote programming. Here's the diagram. Okay, this looks like this is complicated again. Call management. Pound key disconnect. If you pick up a telephone extension while the system is answering a call, you can press the pound key on the telephone to disconnect the system and leave you connected with the caller. That's useful because I find a lot of times the machines don't always stop recording when you answer. You know, I sometimes if I'm in the kitchen, I don't have a telephone in the kitchen, so I gotta go upstairs or downstairs. Sometimes I don't make it in time and the machine grabs it already. Then I answer it and the whole thing's recorded because it doesn't stop recording. Turning the speaker on allows you to hear everything said by the caller as he or she leaves a message. To turn the speaker on, push the button marked speaker. To turn it off, press the same button. Return a caller to the main greeting. When talking to callers, you may want to transfer them to a main greeting so that they can start the mailbox to leave a message, hear an announcement, etc. To do this, simply press the messages key during your conversation. Your caller is automatically returned to the main greeting. You may hang up the phone. Recording a conversation. The two-way Memo function lets you record a phone conversation into a specific message mailbox. The system will not answer the other line while the two-way Memo function is in use. To record a phone conversation, press the button marked two-way Memo, signifying two-way record. Okay. Number 2, choose any of the active mailboxes. Once you make your mailbox selection, the LCD display shows the mailbox selected into which the message will be recording. Note, when you select this function during a phone conversation, there will be no voice prompting. The LCD screen will display exactly the same prompts that are shown when a function is selected for the purpose of leaving a memo in the mailbox. If you wish to end the recording, press the last button on the right. Note, this unit does not sound warning beeps to let the other party know that their call is being recorded. To ensure that you are in compliance with any state and federal regulations that concern recording a telephone call, you should start the recording process and then inform the caller that you are recording the call. Okay, so let's try to record a call. Let's go out to the mains here. Two-way memo. I just heard the line pick up, so it seems to be like it's recording now. Okay. I pressed, how come this isn't on the mains? Huh. What did I do wrong here? Can you not dial anything? It seems like it's working just fine now. I don't know what the problem was the first time. Good afternoon. Goose! Okay, so it's I wonder if it still has the... Oh, it still has the call even though I hung up. It's stinking cold tonight. It went down to 1 degree. We almost had no temperature at all. Okay, so that should be recorded now.
You have 3 new messages and 1 old message. For new messages, press 4. For old messages, press 5. To Friday, 12:29 p.m.
Okay, so this is the testing message I started
You don't need to listen to that
Friday,
again.
12:35 p.m.
Pick up, so it seems to be like it's recording now. Okay.
I don't know why that didn't
I
work.
pressed, how come this isn't on the mains?
To repeat message, press 1. To save message to your mailbox, press 2. To delete, Friday, 12:35 p.m.
It seems like it's working just fine now. I don't know what the problem was the first time.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Handles big dreams for small businesses. People's United Bank N.A. What know-how can do. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
It does.
Saturday, January 15th. People's United Bank time 2:50. Current
Oh, it still has the call even though I hung up.
mostly clear today and tonight. High today around 17. A north wind gusting to 30. Low tonight around 6. Mostly sunny on Sunday. A high in the low 30s.
It's stinking cold tonight. It went down to 1 degree. We almost had no temperature at all.
To repeat message, press 1. To save message to your mailbox, press 2. End of messages.
That quality is not bad. It's not tape quality, but it sounds a lot better than most of the other Digitam machines I've used. And that's like talking Digitam machines of today. This is going back how many years? Over 2 decades? Well over 2 decades. This is almost, what is this, 28 years old? 94, yeah. 28 years old and sounds better than most of the answering machines we get today. That's pathetic. Well, pathetic for the stuff made today. Good on this thing, though. Okay, on-hook dial. Press the button marked on-hook dial. It will display icons 1 through 9, plus asterisk and pound, and then you will hear the dial tone through the speaker. Press the buttons corresponding to the telephone number you want to dial. You will hear the DTMF tones as you dial. When the called party answers, pick up the hands on your telephone to begin your conversation. To terminate the dial sequence at any time, press the button below the pound icon, pound twice. Note, the 1182 will not answer the second ringing line until the local extension of the line using the dialing feature goes off hook, or until the feature is terminated and the unit returns to the idle state. I wonder why this don't have speakerphone. You know, because it's got a microphone. It's got a microphone here. This really could have been a speakerphone. That one button doesn't work too good. Probably could be a new one soldered in.
Hello, Farmer Jones here with the crop line update.
Hey, that's a pretty good
First,
quality.
Thank you for joining us for our 74th Christmas tree season. And for
Quite a good range.
now, first, our family wishes passionately that all of you have peace and good health for the holidays and the new year.
Okay, I switched over right away. So, that's doesn't seem like a super useful feature unless you had like an old, you know, if you had a rotary dial phone or something and you needed a tone. I guess it has its use cases, but I would think having a full-fledged speaker phone on here Would have been a lot more useful. Redial. It'll retry if it's got a busy signal. Nice and fast dialing.
In order to complete this call, you must dial the area.
I think it dialed too quick. There should be like a half a second pause after the 9 so we get the main line first. Let's see here. I mean, the feature worked just fine. That's just the function of my system. If let's see, redial. If the line is busy, the 1182 will load the number into a retry queue and will redial the number at set intervals. See set auto redial delay time on the next page to set the interval. To cancel the redial attempts, press the button below the pound icon. Note, if there is an incoming call when there is a redial number in the queue, the 1182 will terminate the redial mode and answer the call. Also, if you pick up the handset on the local telephone or press any other button on the 1182, the retry attempt will be canceled. Cancel. Okay. So that's cool. I think the only thing we haven't looked at is the speed
Press
dial.
start to program. Select speed dial number to program or press start for more functions. To program the time to repeat dial, press 1. To program the phone line for speed dial functions, press 2. To repeat the menu, press 0. To exit from menu, press pound. Select speed, press start to...
Okay, speed dial. Program change or delete speed dial. Looks like pretty standard speed dial. How many entries are there? I guess there would be 11 because you get oh no, wait, there wouldn't be 11 because it doesn't use asterisk. I guess there's only 9. Oh, let's just save one just to show how it works.
Press start to program. Select speed dial number to program or press start for more functions. Enter speed dial number and then press pound. To program a pause or start or pound, press star.
A pause, that's what it's saying that I couldn't understand.
For a 7-second pause, press 5. To repeat the menu, press 0.
7 seconds is a long time. I think it should be like 2 seconds. Okay.
New speed dial number is 9 pause 36644242. Select speed dial number to program or press start for more functions. Select number to dial or press start to program. Select number to dial or press start to program.
Good afternoon. Bank on the go any day of the week, including Sunday, inside Stop and Shop in Connecticut and New York. People's United Bank N.A. member FDIC. Today is Saturday, January 15th. People.
Okay, so that works. I think that's it for that. Response to a call. When the 1182 answers your call, here's a pre-recorded greeting. The call responds to the main greeting by selecting a mailbox using the appropriate key on a telephone. Rotary phone users will be routed to Mailbox 1 to leave a message. The caller then hears either the pre-recorded mailbox greeting or a personal greeting such as, "Hi, this is Mike. I can't answer your call at this time, but leave your name and number and I'll get back to you." A caller can return to the main greeting by pressing 0 while in any mailbox. Call forward operation. When a caller selects a mailbox set for call forward, the unit prompts to record a message. Press 0 to forward your call. Press 1. If the caller presses 1, the 1128 then uses the second line to dial and forward the call. Okay, so I guess I wouldn't be using this. I don't have a second line. Pager notify, remote notify. If call forward, pager notify and remote notify are all activated, the caller will not be offered the pager notify and the remote option unless the caller presses 0 to leave a message, or if the call forward attempt was unsuccessful. Specific operation depends on the interaction of call forward, remote notify, and pager notify features as described below. Okay, I'm not going to see you read through all this. You can peep it yourself on the screen. Just pause the video. And in the case of difficulty, I think that's all that we have here. Let me put warranty, whatever. Okay, so that's everything that was in the manual that I can show. I think we got through pretty much everything. I don't know, this may be breaking a record here of the longest telephone video I've ever done. Well, it's a very neat piece, so I think it's certainly worthy of it. Let me know in the comment box if you like this style video where I go through everything in the manual very slowly and show every single function. Usually I just pick out a couple of main functions that come to mind and I show those on the video. If this video may be too long, I don't know, but if people are really interested in the piece, I would think you'd watch it. At least I would anyways. So that's it for the AT&T 1182 2-line digit answering system.